Hello and welcome to Beemaster 79. In this lesson we look at two future forms that confuse a lot of learners will be doing and will have done. By the end you will know exactly what each one means, when to use it, and how to avoid the most common mistakes. Every example sentence here is invented for teaching purposes. Here is the plan. First, the form and meaning of the future continuous. Then the future perfect. After that, the time expressions that point to each tense, a direct comparison of will do, will be doing, and will have done, 4 common mistakes, and finally 6 practice sentences with answers. Start with the big picture. Will be doing is will plus be plus the ing form. It describes an action in the middle of happening at a future moment. Will have done is will plus have plus the past participle. It describes an action that is already finished before a future moment. In progress versus finished. Hold on to that contrast because everything else follows from it. The future continuous. Positive subject will be plus the ing form. I'll be working at 9. Negative won't be plus the ing form. I won't be working at 9. Question will subject be plus the ing form. Will you be working at 9? Notice that the form is identical for every person. There is no extra s, and there is no is or are here. Here is the picture. The action begins before the future moment, and it is still going on after it. At 8 p.m. tomorrow I will be driving home. I do not start driving at 8. 8 o'clock is simply a moment inside a longer action. That is the heart of the future continuous. Three typical uses. 1. An action in progress at an exact future time. Don't call me at 7, I will be teaching. 2. A situation that will be true across a future period. This time next month she will be living in Da Nang. 3. Something already arranged or simply part of the normal run of events. I will be seeing Min on Friday, so I can ask him then. There is one more use worth knowing. The future continuous is a very polite way to ask about somebody's plans. Will you be using the car tonight? That simply asks what is going to happen. Will you use the car tonight can sound like a request or even a little pushy. And will you be joining us for dinner is softer than will you join us. Certain time phrases almost always pull the future continuous. At 8 o'clock tomorrow, this time next week, all morning or for the next 2 hours, when you arrive or while you are sleeping, in 10 minutes time. What they all share is a moment or a stretch of time that you can be inside. Now the future perfect. Positive will have plus the past participle. I'll have finished by 6. Negative won't have plus the past participle. Question will subject have plus the past participle. Will you have finished by 6? Remember that the past participle is the third form of the verb. Go, went, gone, write, wrote, written. And here is the picture for the future perfect. The action is completely finished before the future moment. By 6 p.m. I will have finished the report. At 6 o'clock, the report is already done. With this tense we stand at a point in the future and look back. Three typical uses of the future perfect. 1. Something completed before a future deadline. By the end of the year the company will have opened 50 shops. 2. Something finished before another future event. By the time you arrive, we will have eaten dinner. 3. How much will be complete by a future point. Next June I will have worked here for 10 years. The clearest signal is the little word by Friday, by 6 o'clock, by 2030, by then, by the end of the month. And there is one golden rule to lock in. After by the time, after when, and after before, we use the present simple, never will. By the time you arrive, not by the time you will arrive. Let's put all three side by side. The situation: you have a report to write, and the deadline is 6 o'clock. At 5 I will write the report. That is a decision or a prediction, and the action starts at 5. At 5 I will be writing the report. At 5 o'clock I am in the middle of it. By 6 I will have written the report. At 6 the writing is already complete. Starts, in the middle, finished. Now watch how one small change rewrites the meaning. At 10 tomorrow I will be taking the exam. At 10 I am sitting in the exam room. By 10 tomorrow I will have taken the exam. At 10 the exam is already behind me. When you get home, I will be cooking dinner. You walk in and find me at the stove. When you get home, I will have cooked dinner. You walk in, and dinner is ready on the table. Four mistakes to watch for. 1. I will be finish at 6. After will be, you need the ing form. I will be finishing at 6. 2. By the time you will arrive. Use the present simple. By the time you arrive, I will have left. 3. She will have wrote the email. The future perfect takes the past participle. She will have written the email. 4. I'll be knowing the result. State verbs like know, want, and believe are not used in the continuous. I'll know the result tomorrow.
Your turn. Pause the video and complete these 6 sentences. Brian? Don't phone at 9. I blank drive home. By the time the film starts, we blank eat dinner. 3. This time tomorrow, I blank sit in my speaking exam. Divorce. She blank not finished the project by Friday. Phase. Blank you blank use the printer this afternoon. Make it polite. 6. By 2030, the city blank build 3 new bridges.
Here are the answers. 1 will be driving, in progress at 9 o'clock. 2 will have eaten, finished before another future event, and notice the present simple after by the time. 3 will be sitting, in the middle of the exam. 4 won't have finished, the negative future perfect. 5 will you be using, the polite way to ask about plans. 6 will have built, completed before the deadline of 2030. Let's recap. Will be plus the ing form in progress at a future moment. Look for at 8 tomorrow, this time next week when you arrive. Will have plus the past participle finished before a future moment. Look for by Friday, by then, by the time, before. The quick test is one question, at that future moment, am I in the middle of it, or is it already done? And after by the time, when and before, use the present simple, never will. That is the lesson. Here is your task. Write 2 sentences about tomorrow in the comments. One with will be doing and one with will have done. If this helps you, subscribe to Beam Master 79 for more English lessons. See you in the next video.